A lot of men today will think that they're way behind, no matter if you're just getting out of high school, even college, maybe you're a couple years into your career, and you're looking around and social media comparisons and people in other fields are doing so much better than you. They have the wife, they have the kids, they have the money, they have the supercars, they have the mansions, they're going on all these vacations, and you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, that they have such a better quality of life, and you're over here paying your bills and you're doing quote unquote the right thing and saving money and trying to learn how to improve your life in a healthier way instead of blowing all your money. And it seems like you could do everything right and still not reap the rewards, and everyone else is doing degenerate things and they're still having a crazy, like, outlandish life, and you're just like, why can't I get that? You have to stop for a second and realize that you from a couple years ago was dying to be in the position that you're in right now. So don't discredit yourself for all the hard work that you've done to get to where you are right now. And maybe you're not in a good place. That's another factor too. But this is a wake-up call, because you, whether you're at 21 years old, 18, if you want to graduate high school and go into that concept, but if you're 18, you're 21, maybe even you're 25, 27 like me, or even in your early 30s, you will not be satisfied with what you have. You just won't. But the peak status for men isn't at 25 like women. It's at 38 and even higher if you have a set of systems, a structure of things that you continuously do on a daily basis to maintain not only the value, because it's not the things that you do, but it's the quality of life that you're willing to live day after day. Here's what I'm trying to say for you guys. If you're not where you want to be in life, if you're ambitious but you're lazy, maybe you're not going out of your way to do another rep, another set, go on another phone call and try to sell somebody a product, or create another business venture, whatever the case may be, talk to another female if you got rejected another time, then you're not really going to progress in life. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. And I'm not telling you to bet all your money on the ponies or go and do something outlandish or degenerative that you're going to potentially risk your life. But if you are complacent in your life and you're settling for whatever you have, whether it's your career, whether it's a current relationship, or it's your finances, if you're always capping out at a certain place and you can never get above that next level, then you need to address what you've been doing for the last 5 years, because you are a result of your decisions that you made in the last 90 days, last 180 days, and so on. So realize the mistakes you've been doing, the things that you've been wasting time on, because we all know, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'll check my screen time. It's a pretty high in hours, where I could be utilizing that in other places instead of scrolling on Instagram or doing stuff. And it's tough because I'm creating stuff like this on my camera or I'm looking up ideas, but that's the whole point. You're going to have to invest some time into some places, but are you truly investing, or are you just mindlessly scrolling? Are you wasting your time? Are you not utilizing it wisely? Because that's not only a disrespect to you and your current self, but it's also future self you're disrespecting, because you know that you could be so much more. You have the ability inside you to amount to such a greater being, that you could create so much wealth for your future family, your friends, your community, and you could change a lot of lives if you started to actually apply yourself and do the things that you said you were going to do instead of procrastinating. Then things will look a lot different. But if you're staying in this comfortable environment of, oh yeah, I'll put it off, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, next weekend, and then next month comes around, next year, and look, you're in the same position as you were last year. Time is very finite, guys. You will not get it back, and I know I've wasted some time in my life, but I'm on the track of getting better. I've been saved last year by Jesus Christ. I'm on my way to pursue another field. I'm already doing things with this business venture that I'm pursuing right now. And not that anything is perfect right now, because I am struggling here and there, but that's part of life. That's part of taking a step forward taking a leap of faith. And whether it's going to work out or not, you don't know. But if you're not willing to fail and learn and be bad at something, then you're not going to get anywhere in life. I need you to realize that there was a version of you back then who sucked and was embarrassed at stuff, but you kept going and you were really proficient and you got good at something because you didn't give up. It's that will. Every time we're playing video games as kids, we said, no, just because we died doesn't mean we're not going to go back again and try to beat the level, beat the final boss, and finally get to that next level. Or for the people that play Call of Duty, like the next prestige or whatever. You get what I'm saying. If you want to reach that next level, you cannot give up just because it's a little hard, just because you get frustrated, just because things don't work out. You only get one life. You're not going to be able to respawn again like in GTA and try it again. The mission is going to either be failed or completed. And that's up to you by the one chance that you have in life. So I'm telling you guys, utilize it wisely. Go out and pursue greatness. Go out and do something that you're scared of and do it anyway. That's the point of being courageous in life. Knowing inside that this scares the living heck out of you, but you're going to do it anyways because there's no other option. It's a zero option mentality you have to have. Knowing that there's no one else that is coming to save me. There's no one else that is going to give me a handout in life. You will get everything that you put in to your craft. But no one is going to pat you on the back or cheer you on in the beginning stages. You will have to go out and do things that no one else is willing to do. Wake up early, stay up late, go to the gym, eat healthy. Pursue a business venture that no one says is going to work out. Because if you tell someone that has a small mind, a big dream, they're going to shit on you. It's just so obvious because they can't see. They don't have the passion or the mindset and the dream that it could work out, that if you do it often, again and again and again, and if you fail countless times, you're one step closer to succeeding. You're one step closer to that W. So stop trying to tell everybody that you're doing all these things. The work that you're going to do right now is going to be the proof later on. People are going to look back, whether they shit on you or not, and they'll be like, yo, I was with you in the beginning, man. I saw it from the ground up. And you're going to know who was with you at the bottom when you're at the top. You're going to realize that everyone that counted you out is going to be around and say, oh yeah, I know this guy. They're going to be all up in that, yo, can I get a handout? Can I get some, all that. And that's not to say that you're not to be kind to somebody, but realize the people that were around you during that beginning portion of your life when you were trying to pursue a new pattern or a new path, they're going to try and bring you down. But if you are able to withstand the temptations of this world and all the tribulations and obstacles that you're going to face along the way that are going to try and steer you off the path that you're on, then you're going to reap what God has for you in life. He's doing something around the clock that you can't see. Just because you have a watch and you want it done in this hour doesn't mean it's going to happen at that time. He's doing something behind the curtain that you can't see. He's hearing conversations that you couldn't hear. So trust in him and know that his time is right. And if he's telling you no, it's a no. If he's telling you yes, it's a yes. If he's telling you to wait, then wait. Build some patience, build some discipline, and stay consistent in your daily task and watch what you can build up as time goes on. If you're not willing to plow the fields, then you're not going to earn the harvest. It is simple as that. So go out and do something worthwhile because you deserve more. That younger version of yourself needs a bigger version of himself to be proud of. That role model figure. Be the version of yourself that you wish you had when you were growing up. Because it not only factors into that young guy, but future you, maybe 5 or 10, 15, 20 years down the road, is that version of yourself that you're chasing. And if you're willing to go all out and do what you need to do to become the best version of yourself, then you're going to see so much abundance. But we don't just talk. We have to act, guys. We are struggling in this day and age in society with men that are weak, men that are more feminine, men that are not seeking to do hard things in life. They want to feel comfortable. They want to seek the easy things in life. They want to lay on the couch. They want to eat horrible food. They want to watch Netflix. They want to do things that are easy. They're over here swiping on dating apps. They're doing hookups, and they're not actually leveling up. They're not bringing up their status to a higher level, to a higher caliber, where they're going to attract people, not only a female into their life, but new business opportunities, mentors, and even just the ability to make more finances. If you're not leveling up, if you're not building a set of skill sets within you, then who's really going to want you in life? Don't be the version of yourself that lives with your parents at 35 plus years old in the basement playing video games and you're 50 plus pounds overweight. Be the version of yourself that buys your parents a brand new house. Be the version of yourself that is able to take care of everyone's debt. Be the version of yourself that is able to do so much for everybody else that God is literally going to reward you more because you stewarded the time and the finances and the things that He blessed you with. Be the guy who does a lot with what he has, because one who is favorable with little can be favored with a lot. God will only give you what you're able to handle. And if you're not able to handle the little things, you're not going to be able to be blessed with the big things. So, in closing, go out and be the man that you need to be, because younger you is depending on you. If you found any value out of this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. God bless.